Ah man, time to eat the banana that I left right here, but now it's gone. Wait, where is it? Are you serious right now? What? Did you seriously eat the banana I was saving? You're just like King K. Rool stealing bananas that aren't yours. I'm not actually very familiar with that reference. Why does a crocodile that was added into Smash steal bananas? Alright, sit down. Time to tell you about the Donkey Kong Country series. I hope you're not telling me to sit on the floor again. What else do you want me to do? Get me something to sit on? First you eat my banana, and now you're asking me to get you something to sit on? How rude can you be? Whatever, just look somewhere else. I'll get you something to sit on. Alright, you can look now. Finally, a chair. That isn't a chair. I'm not getting you a chair. Either take it or sit on the floor. I guess I know where I get this rudeness from. Is that all? Can I start now? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'll take that as a yes. So let me start with Donkey Kong Country for the SNES. As you may know, there's already an arcade game called Donkey Kong, so this is the sequel to that series. The first game came out in 1994. I'll tell you about the game first and then its story. Also, if I ever talk about games again, that's how I'll do things. Looks like I got no choice but to wait. The game is a 2D platformer that is very different from your average Mario or Sonic game. It controls as you'd expect, but you play as two characters, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. You can switch to either one, but if you get hit, you lose one of them. The only way to get them back is by breaking a barrel with DK written on it. There's the jump button and the action button. Most enemies can be defeated by jumping, while a few can only get defeated by the action button. What the action button can do is make you do a roll attack or grab barrels. Throughout the levels, you can find some animals that would help you. They can be pretty helpful, and some levels make you play as them. And that's pretty much how the game works. Pretty interesting. What about the levels? So it starts fairly easy. I'm not gonna lie and pretend that it was the easiest thing ever, but it was definitely far from the most difficult thing ever. Every level has a pretty simple objective. It's just getting to the end and avoiding death. The map is pretty interesting, as aside from levels, you also have some places to rest. There is the save area, and yes, you do have to save manually. Yeah, what? And there is Funky's Flights, which is run by Funky Kong. This is a place that allows you to go to older worlds on the map. This game does get pretty hard very quickly though. It's not that it's hard, but it's more like there are just a lot of unexpected situations that you most likely won't be ready for in your first try. That's the way this game is structured though. Keep playing a level multiple times until you beat it. The levels are pretty alright with a fair share of variety in them. There are some parts where you do go in a minecart and some underwater levels, but the majority are platforming levels. Bosses are all pretty unique and they are also fairly difficult. And the final boss is a pretty long one and you just have to be ready for it. Don't let that fake ending fool you. But that's about it for levels. I see, it seems like a cool game. I assume that's everything this game has, so get on with the story. I've waited long enough. Since I'm gonna talk about two other games, I'll keep this short. There are the cutscenes in the GBA versions for this, but I don't have that version. So please bear with me. This game starts off with Diddy Kong being in charge of looking after Donkey Kong's bananas. But then King K. Rool overpowered Diddy Kong and stole them with his Kremlings. I don't know what K. Rool has against Donkey Kong, but Donkey Kong is not very happy with his action. So him and Diddy go through Congo Jungle to fight King K. Rool. Once he's defeated, all the bananas are returned to where they were. That's about it. So you made me wait that long just for such a simple story? Just go to the next games. I'm more interested in how they play compared to this one. Well, for starters, the next game is called Donkey Kong Country 2: Diddy's Conquest. That sounds like a pretty annoying title. Also, why Diddy? Please wait. So this game came out in 1995 for the SNES. It's the sequel to the last game, which you should have already known. It's not very different from the last game. The only new thing in terms of controls is now you can throw the other character. Dixie Kong can also glide if you use the action button mid-air. Wait, Dixie Kong? Why is she here? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the characters you play as in this game are Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong. Diddy Kong plays exactly like the last game, but Dixie Kong has a float, and that's all you need to know in terms of characters. But for the levels, this game is packed with new things. Levels are a bit harder than the first game. Swanky Kong is a new addition to this game and he lets you play some mini games for tokens. Also, there are collectibles in this game. Seriously? Anyways, Wrinkly Kong runs the Kong College with a K, and she allows you to save there and gives you tips on features in this game. Bosses are pretty much the same as the last game, not very easy. And in this game, there are more levels that revolve around the companions. This game also has more settings, as in places, compared to last game. Overall, it's a pretty good time and is considered to be better than the first game. I'm one of those people who think that. So you're saying I should play this one over the other game? Not at all, I'm just saying I liked it more. You choose which one you want to play. Well, now for the story. I'm going to keep it ultra short. K. Rool got angry about what happened last game, so he kidnapped Donkey Kong. Then Diddy Kong and Dixie went to get him back and eventually they succeeded. The end. I can tell you're trying not to tell 3 whole stories. Well, if I extended it, you will know unnecessary stuff. I guess that's true. Donkey Kong Country 3 Dixie Kong's Double Trouble is not even about Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong. Why are the titles after the first game sounding a lot more like a Dr. Seuss book? They are pretty funny, aren't they? So this game came out in 1996 for the SNES, and you play as Dixie Kong and Kiddy Kong. I'm not gonna lie, Kiddy Kong has to be my favorite Kong. Just look at how stupid his face looks. Surely it can't be that stupid. Oh wow. Dixie Kong plays the same as the last game, and Kiddy Kong plays like Donkey Kong without the hand slaps. By the way, Donkey Kong could hand slap in the first game. There isn't much to say about the controls as there hasn't been anything new added, but there is a lot to say about the levels and the world in this game. First of all, this game actually lets you go around the map at your own will, so you don't have to go with funky flights anymore. You travel from world to world with a boat, and although the controls kinda suck for it, I was genuinely blown away at the fact that I could move around a 3D map in a 2D game. Levels are pretty much the same with even more companion levels. However, I did think this game was easier than the second game, but that doesn't mean it's bad because of that. I had just as much fun, and there are a lot of collectibles this time. I didn't really bother with them, but that's really the gist of the third game. What about the story? Is that all you have to say? Well, the game does sound pretty cool, but I don't know what to say at this point. Fair enough. Anyways, the story is pretty simple as usual. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong were captured by the Kremlings. This time, it was Baron K. Rulstein who captured them. He used them as a power source. I don't know how, but okay. Simply put, he captured the Banana Queen and Dixie and Diddy ended up freeing her. That's pretty much it. But the thing is, the game is way too big and I didn't even bother getting the full ending. I'm sorry about that. Wouldn't that mean you didn't enjoy this game? I did enjoy it. It's just way too big of a hassle to unlock everything. But I guess that's why there is no funky flights in this game. Oh yeah, I guess that would explain it. I did talk about all 3 games, but I didn't go over some stuff, so let me do that quickly. Alright. Starting with the graphics, for a SNES game, this has to be one of the best looking game series in that console. The third game really had me in awe at how good it looks. Every game looked better than the one before and you really just gotta admire that. The music is another big thing in these games and they all slap. They're all bangers and very fun to listen to. How they made music that fit the area so well is beyond me, but it always has this sort of jungle vibe in it. Overall, this series is awesome. I don't know how eating your banana led to this, but it did make me interested in this series. I had some free time recently and decided to play them. I really enjoyed my time playing it, and if you can, go ahead and try it out. This is a series that deserves more. So it's that good, huh? Then I guess I'll try it. Nice! Now go get me another banana.